Hi everyone, welcome to my Eco Garden project video. And first, I'd like to show you what we are trying to achieve. And you can see in the video the comparison between our initial concept sketch and the final build version. And Eco Garden is an interactive installation that encourages real-time cooperation between two people. And instead of the traditional single-user interaction, our design requires users to cooperate their hand movement using both hands to influence the direction, angle, and the instability of the showing system. As the user interact, the system provide real sensor feedback, so sound, light, and motion to reinforce, cooperate, and emotion engagement. And here come to the second part, which is why it's hard. And in this part, I have so much to say. In our entire project, the most challenging part was dealing with the annoying water. More specifically, waterproofing. As you know, I said before, we design cooperating system where two users must work together to control a photon. To implement this functionality, and we had to mount the water pump on the uh, gimbal drive by two servo motor, and you can see it on the video. And one controlling horizontal movement, and the other uh, is control vertical movement. And two distance sensors were used to detect the distance of the user's pump, and this data was mapped to the rotating angle of the server. And you can see this setup in the slide and on the right, and also this is clef, so how it works. And this led to the problem. The servo motor were affected by the water sparingly from the pump. As a result, we had to waterproof the server. And you can see this in this picture. And this wasn't even the worst part. As you can see, after we changed the design, the water became the trigger for the flower pump's response, meaning the photon had to water the flower in order to activate the flower's pump's interaction. And this also means we had to waterproof the solver and control the flower's movement. You can see if you know waterproof that, then you will be cause the damage. And this is ridiculous as it sounds. We can see our setup and has two layers. All the wiring and Arduino board are located on the bottom of the layer, but the hole in the flower pump allow water to leak downward, which means we had to waterproof the entire bottom section, including the Arduino board and all the wire. Next, I will explain how we overcome this challenge. First, the waterproofing the silver. I use waterproofing silicon. Then the rotating part, I use the lubricant. And next, to waterproofing the wire and board, I use the waterproofing fabric to completely separate the water container and the electrical component. Next, I want to talk about what did I get to. In the end, I did successfully implement most of the functionality we originally installed. Due to the challenge we face, we decided to remove the puzzle solving component. So in the video, when the player controls the photon to water a specific flower pond, the line next to the flower pond turns off, while the corresponding line inside the pond light up. At the same time, the flower began to sway, and as a gesture of gratitude, and the speaker plays song. You can also see that user control the photons on, off, state, and range through upward and downward hand gesture. And finally, once all the flowers have been watered, the central point line up with a flashing effect. Next, I want to talk about what can be improved. I believe the biggest issue in our project was the system instability caused by the waterproofing. We only focus on the waterproofing without considering the resulting of the waterways and the water accumulation. As you can see in the footage showing our second demonstration to the teaching team, there was already significant water accumulation in the device. And additionally, due to the frequent use, the waterproofing has begun to fail, and some electrical component has damaged by the water. And if I had time, I will design a more effective system for waterproofing and the water circulation. As shown in the diagram, this system will collect the water sprayed by the photons through the pipe into the container, and a water level sensor inside the container will detect when the water reached a certain level and trigger the pump to return the water back to the main trunk. Achieve water recycling, waterproofing, and the proper demogram. And finally, I'm Jiyuan Zhu from the Photon Group. Hope you like this video and like our project. Thank you for watching.